Do you know that last year, folks across the US were duped out of a whopping $5.8 billion due to scams? What's even more scams is that these scams have been robbing even the educated and smart people. It is unfortunate and forced me to think about how these con artists operate. I learned not to fall into the trap of these scammers. And you should learn too. Here are 8 super scams that seem real but rob you of your money. Keep watching to know how to keep your money safe. Blackmail scams. It's something that might sound straight out of a thriller movie. You know, the kind where someone threatens to spill your secrets unless you pay up? Yeah, it's wild, but it's real, and it's happening more than you might think. So here's the lowdown if someone ever tries to blackmail you, whether they've got embarrassing photos or some private messages. The first thing you need to do is keep your cool. You've got to report it straight to the local police and even the FBI. They've got this special department called the Internet Crime Complaint Center where you can spill all the beans safely. The FBI got swamped with over 800,000 complaints about internet crimes back in 2020 alone, with losses topping a whopping $4 billion. So if you're sitting there thinking, "No, this won't happen to me," well, think again. It's a big deal. And those scammers are looking for their next target. And here's a pro tip from the experts: always protect your personal information and be cautious of sharing anything that could be used against you. Charity scams. This is when scammers play on your generosity, especially when you're feeling extra giving, like during the holidays or right after big disasters strike. Crazy, right? Just when you think you're helping out, there are those looking to take advantage. Now here's how you can stay sharp and not get fooled. Before you open your wallet, do a little detective work. Hop on the internet and check out the charity's official site, or hit up some trusted third-party sources. This is super important if they're asking for donations through something like cryptocurrency because, let's be honest, that's a red flag right there. Debt collection scams. This one's a doozy because it messes with your peace of mind and pretends to collect debts you might not even owe. Can you believe that? Here's the game plan if you get that unexpected call or letter claiming you owe money. First off, pump the brakes. Ask them to send you something official in writing. Legit debt collectors have to send you a validation notice of the debt within 5 days of contacting you. This is not just a friendly tip, it's the law. So, if someone's rushing you to pay up without showing you the real deal, that's your cue to get skeptical. Remember, when in doubt, ask out, always confirm claims and avoid hasty payments. It will protect your wallet and your sanity. Imposter scams. You know when someone rings you up or pops into your inbox pretending to be your long-lost cousin or maybe even the tax office? These are the sneaky tricks where scammers pretend to be someone you trust, like a government official, a family member, or even a tech support person. They're smooth talkers, but don't fall for the charm. To avoid this scam, go back to the basics. Verify their identity through channels you know are real. Call the official number, not the one they give you. Check their email address against the organization's actual domain. It's all about keeping it real. In 2020, imposter scams hit harder than a linebacker, with losses soaring to about $1.2 billion. That's a lot of zeros, my friend. It goes to show why we need to stay alert. Because as the saying goes, if someone sounds too familiar or too official, it's time to double check. Lottery or prize scams. These types of scams have robbed many people of their savings. These scams hook you with the promise of a big win, like a massive lottery payout or a luxury vacation. Sounds great, right? However, when they tell you to pay some fees or taxes upfront to claim your prize, that's your red flag. If you ever get a call, an email, or even a letter saying you've won something big, and all you need to do is pay a little to get a lot, pause and think it through. Legitimate sweepstakes or lotteries won't ask for money upfront. It's as simple as this: if you have to pay to receive it, it's not a prize. That's a rule of thumb you want to remember. And let me throw some numbers at you to show how big this issue is. In 2020 alone, victims of these prize scams lost over $227 million. So, what should you do if you find yourself potentially facing a prize scam? First, do not hand over any personal or financial information. Then you might want to report it to the FTC or your local consumer protection agency. Help others by letting them know about these scams, because the more people are aware, the harder it becomes for scammers to find victims. Stay alert. because if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Foreclosure relief or mortgage loan modification scams. These scams are particularly nasty because they prey on folks who are already in a tight spot with their mortgage payments, offering a so-called helping hand that ends up being anything but helpful. If you're struggling with your mortgage and someone offers to fix your problems for an upfront fee, be very cautious. Legitimate help for mortgage issues like modifications or foreclosure relief usually comes with no upfront costs. Instead, what you should do is reach out to HUD-approved housing counseling agencies. These agencies are part of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and provide genuine help without any shady fees. These scammers specifically target homeowners who are struggling to make ends meet. But remember, your home security is paramount. Trust only verified help. This means sticking with recognized and approved assistance rather than risky offers that could end up costing you your home. Grandparent scams. This scam pulls at the heartstrings by pretending to be a grandchild or another family member who desperately needs help, typically asking for money urgently. It's a low blow, targeting emotions to trick grandparents into sending cash fast. Here's the right move if you ever get one of these calls. Take a moment. Even though your first instinct might be to help, it's important to verify who's really on the other end of the line. Reach out directly to the family member they're claiming to be. Use a phone number you know is theirs, not one the caller provides. This step is crucial to confirm whether the situation is real or just a scam attempt. Man-in-the-middle scams. This is the final scam on our list, and it's a sneaky one. Man-in-the-middle scam. This one's a tech trickster's dream that involves hackers who slide themselves into your digital communications to intercept or alter what you're sending or receiving. Imagine you're emailing your real estate agent about closing details and a scammer, sitting invisibly in the middle, redirects your down payment to their account. Not cool, right? To guard against this, always be extra cautious with public Wi-Fi networks and be wary of unsolicited QR codes or links that might pop up in your texts or emails. The best defense for this is to verify directly with the source. If you get a payment request, call or meet the person to confirm it's legit. Just like the pros say, always verify the source before you share or pay. So, we've talked about all those tricky scams, and I hope you had as much fun as we did sharing all these tips. If you found this helpful and got some good tips to keep your cash and info safe, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button. Subscribe and spread the word by sharing this video. Stay tuned for the next one.